who reads that stuff anyway? But
Alright, here we are, another Tuesday.
yeah, it's Tuesday the 270th of August.
Sorry,
just reading this. Right, just reading the show notes.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I just opened them. So
Yep.
as per normal.
Yeah, no, that's great. Oh dear.
Oh, it's fixed now.
Yep. Yeah, yep. 270th. Wonder what that would be. What
Long.
beer you drinking, mate?
Wee little.
Nice.
Just trying to have mid-strengths, during the week.
Yeah.
So just keep on keeping on.
I got some Bushwalker mixed with Horizon. And yeah. So here we go.
Yeah.
All right, mate. First I'll shout out to the sponsors as per usual. Bintani, Craft Punks Canning, Convoy Kegs, Rattlings Labels and Stickers, and of course,
Hiker Brewing
Concern.
And there you go.
That's right. With much thanks to all our sponsors who help us do this. Now, first thing I wanted to chat about quickly is on Sunday we put up our new Aussie Beer Voyage episode.
Oh, yep. Who was that with?
That was with Whoopi Brewing down at Woolgoolga.
Yep.
Woolgoolga Brewing at Whoopi, whichever way you want to talk about it. But we chatted to Charlie, who we hadn't spoken to since he was our very first episode, and Sarah, one of the owners down there, which was really cool to go and chat to. I noticed that a lot of places down that northern New South Wales have brew-tea kits.
Yeah, okay.
All very similar kits, all similar size to what you've got here as well at Hiker.
Yeah, interesting.
It's obviously just a good base fundamental kit that everyone can get and then put on. Yeah,
they've been in the game for a while, haven't they? So, and Neil knows his stuff. But obviously, there's not too many local competitors out there. Well brewed.
Yep.
There's probably, they're sort of the new kids on the block. I suppose they've been around for a little bit now. So actually, I was talking to Clemmy yesterday. He gave me a call to see how we were going. So obviously things are a little bit slow, like in the the
hospo.
Just in brewing new equipment.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
So
we talked about that last week with the hops, right? And if the hop farmers aren't growing the hops, and there's probably not as much breweries going in.
Yeah, exactly. So I know. Yeah, I was chatting to him about a few of the projects they've got in the pipeline. So nice. Hopefully they come through and they start like moving because they're really good guys. A lot of knowledge between Clemmy and Lockie.
Yeah.
So I think if you're in the market for one, but then you look at Beer Barons, theirs is up for tender at the moment. Or Brew Barons,
trying to sell it all.
They couldn't sell it all, so now they're doing it in lots.
Yep.
So
nice.
So we'll be in the hunt for some of that equipment.
100%. Yeah.
Hopefully I win Gold Lotto this week. So. Anyway, see
right.
how we go.
Do you pick the same numbers every time, or do you just get a random?
Yeah, no, I've got
you got a set of numbers.
A set of numbers, with a power hit or whatever it is. So I didn't win the 100 million last week. So that lady in Aspley or wherever.
Do you want to invest in?
Or if she's single and looking for a bloke, I know someone.
I love it.
Anyway.
All right. So, mate, the second one is about the FSANZ labelling news. Now, you said you had another rant this week and it was on this. Do you want to rant this early or do you want to...
Yeah, no, I'll probably do the rant, but I suppose I'll just want to go back to last week's rant.
Oh, okay, yep.
So I got a call from Annalise, one of the IBA board members, the next day.
Yep.
Having She gave me some very constructive feedback.
Feedback's always welcome.
Yeah, so and that's I said it was nothing personal, but like I just sort of so it was good. We had a good chat, and it's really like I'm a big supporter of the IBA, obviously, but just sort of I think a little bit frustrated in regards to it's how quickly it's moving. And not really moving quickly enough, in my opinion. But so they've got some big big agenda items at the moment. Obviously excise, and obviously there's food labelling stuff. So and I get that. So so all support to them, and I look forward to some constructive stuff in regards to the IBA Queensland chapter.
Well, I didn't get a phone call. That's probably because this is your podcast.
So Annalise and I were fine. I think, she also was saying, she was one of the new kids on the block on the board, so is starting to find her feet. So I think, her and Tom are championing the Queensland agenda. Hopefully we'll see some stuff come out in the next little bit. But anyway, so on to the next rant. So obviously they came out with energy labelling. For their for that, and I think it's an absolute joke. That all this labelling stuff is required. And my biggest bugbear with the whole thing is who reads that stuff anyway? But the other thing is we don't have to display any of that information on a tap tackle. So it just seems if you're going to do it for all ways you buy beer, not just in package land. So just seems really odd. So that was a pretty mild rant. But
it was a pretty mild rant. I'm finding that your rants aren't really full-on rants. They're just a bit of a where you're at and the state of your thought on it. But do you reckon that the public, your understanding of what these labelling laws will do, not just for us, but do people want to have nutritional labels on beer?
I don't know. Beer's beer, that it's not.
None of us are even allowed to claim that it's a health benefit.
No, so
and then you go and put these energy labels on there, which you use it's a nutrition. What's a NIP? Is it a nutrition information panel?
Yeah.
Well, I don't get it. I don't understand what it's on there for. Talking to Evs just before, he's over there at the bar now, but he was we were talking about it. How is there a way to standardise it that you can say, if I'm putting in this much malt and this much stuff, that this is how it's going to work? Because if you need a nutrition information panel, I guess it's a bit easier if you're doing labels, because you can turn them around a lot quicker than cans. But if you need to do your beer, it's got to be sitting in tank. Then you get it sample, you send it to the nutrition guys, they send it back to you with what your information is. Then you've got to adjust your label, send that down to
particularly for one-off beers. It's freaking stupid. I just don't get it.
No,
it's just another bit of compliance, and it's just very frustrating. That's what I mean. And then even we're pretty lucky with on-pack, so we can get one-off cans done, but for the bigger breweries that use plates, they're going to have to completely go through that process. It was interesting I was at the Boston the Brewer last week. Dan Norris was talking about, there was a typo on the ginger cider can.
And no one ever picked it.
One person, I think. They wasn't going to spend another $10,000 getting new plates done.
No.
So it's signage and that type of stuff.
I just don't understand. So the main reason that they want to do it, sugar and carbohydrate claims have what is it? I'm not going to read it all out. The links will be in the show notes. If you want to go and read it, you can. But for me, I don't drink beer to look at it for nutrition. That's not why I'm looking at it. Like I think maybe if you were doing the non-alcoholic beer,
Yep.
then yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But then that's just a malt beverage.
Yep.
And I think that they've got it on there anyway.
Probably. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like some of the labelling guidelines are good. Like standard drinks, I think's a very practical
100%.
thing.
Yeah.
So you can actually look at it and go, the rule of thumb, 2 standards in the first hour, then
one every hour after that.
So you can actually easily do that. So that's a bit of a no-brainer. That's about the only labelling I look at.
Yeah.
I don't go and do a pregnancy test every time I'm about to have a beer. So
No, well, that's the other thing too, right? So
it's not illegal.
You brought it all up before. So on your tap decals and all of that sort of stuff, do we have to put nutrition information panels on them? Do we have to have
and then you have to do it for a pot, schooner, pint, fucking
because
taster.
it all changes.
So
we've all got different size glassware. We've got
it's nonsensical.
No.
It's just bureaucrats being bureaucrats, and I think it's more just like the likes of Fair and a few of the other supporters of anti-alcohol just gradually moving beer cans to cigarette package, like plain.
Yeah, soon we're going to have no opportunity to put
anything. So
any colours or anything on our beer cans.
That's what that's what will happen in the next 10 years. We'll gradually everything will be faded out.
You reckon?
And then,
I
think and then you'll have to put it in a brown paper bag and anyway, it's a long game that like Fair and others are doing, in my opinion. Pushing these agendas. So anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Guess so. Yep. Mate, the next one on the docket is Brewski, my beer dealer. 2 bits of news. Brewski closes this week.
Yep.
Friday, I think, is the last day, or Saturday.
I think they had a good auction.
Friday's the big part of the auction. Was last week.
Yeah.
Or the weekend
before.
Yeah,
I was chatting to the boys about that.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. So.
But yeah, so shutting the doors, but news just in from Crafty Pint on the podcast is that they've got a new venue that they're going into.
Yeah, in the valley.
Abbott Street? I think it's called Abbott Street. No, I heard
isn't it?
Alfred Street.
It's sort of just up, it was the old Dutch
Courage, I think it is, yeah. So that's a pretty decent venue.
Yeah, because I know I was talking to Matt, he was out the other week, and they were just going through the final bits and pieces in regards to the lease.
Yep.
A few little caveats, obviously they've got that sorted out, so it's exciting for them. It'll be interesting how, like the Fortitude Valley is a very saturated market.
Yeah, but what they've got is very different to everyone else of what they want to bring.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the space. I'm sure they've got some cool ideas, and
I think it's a lot more cut down, isn't it? Like, I think there's only 6 taps or something.
Yeah, I don't think there's as many taps, but I think they've got more floor space there for people to sit, like tables and stuff. It's not a brewski, it's not a bar, it's a bottle shop that you can drink in. So
I reckon that's a pretty cool concept.
Yeah. Well, I think Matt was trying to work out whether it's going to be Australia's biggest, so that he can lay that claim, and which would be cool.
It'll be interesting, because the whole My Beer dealer, but I know they sell a lot of wine and things like that. Yeah. So, I wish them well. So
yeah.
Should be good.
Mate, the other point with the Brewski My Dealer news is a collab beer.
Oh, with us?
Yeah. With Hiker.
Yeah, 2 attempts at it, so...
Oh, yeah, right, because the first one, mate would hit the power pole. Yeah, had to dump all that.
Should have been finished by now, but... we had the issue where we lost power for 6 hours.
Yep.
So, but they came out, so we're doing an amber ale.
Nice.
Called 9 Trails, not 9 Tails.
Oh, yeah. No, like James Squire. Yeah. Look at you.
It's even got a hat on the label. So,
nice.
So got the cans here. So we had to rebrew it. So we had to dump the first batch.
Yep.
So that should come out. They're very excited. But so we've been working with them for a while to come up with a with a beer. So, and I was a little bit nervous because I'd already ordered the cans when they announced that they were closing.
Oh, right.
I'm going,
Hang on a second.
Hang on, you need that to actually have your licenses for your bottle shops. So anyway, so I got straight on the Matt to go, what's going on?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd be my beer dealer here. So, pretty excited about that. So, it's good to do a little bit of a collab.
Yeah.
We've been approached by a few different breweries and stuff to do a collab. So, we're sort of just working through those at the moment just to see, which one's best suit with style. So, we've definitely got one locked in with Lee from White Lies. So that'll be good. So, that's our Back to the Future beer.
Yep.
So Back to the Future Day on the 21st of October. I'm a big Back to the Future fan. So
we've talked about that, mate. This is Brewski news.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So cool.
pulling you back.
Righto, let's go.
Mate, Beervana was on
Yeah.
over the weekend. So that's held in New Zealand, across the pond. Have you ever been?
No, I nearly went this year.
I actually thought you were going to go.
Yeah. No, I actually was very, very close. Had tickets lined up through through one of our suppliers, and had the frequent flyer flights were available.
Yep.
And I was like this close to actually pulling the trigger on it, but I just figured, I'm going to have a break, but I don't think beer should be.
Beervana is the break you need.
Yeah, exactly. So I definitely want to go at some time. But the thing
we had some friends of ours over there though. Dan and Lucy.
Yeah.
Were over there. Will Wilson, he always goes.
Yep.
I saw a few people over there.
Yeah.
I would definitely love to get over there.
And the thing that I really liked about it is the Sunny Coast had a big stand there.
Yeah.
So that's
I think
where
the Sunshine Coast Tourism Board.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. It's
sent them
really
over because Noosa Hinterland, John was over there, John and Cara. So
so I think that's good where the local councils and stuff like that are supporting that, because obviously CB tourism is is a thing.
Yeah. Well, it's not that far for people to travel from New Zealand over to here, and if they can attract people to the Sunshine Coast to try those breweries that they've been drinking from, that's it's a win-win.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
It's a massive plus.
Yeah, so I think it's good.
The like Beervana, is it just like a Gabs that just goes for a couple of days?
Yeah, I think it's 3 days.
Yeah,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or something like that. So I think it's been going for a long time. I think.
Yeah. Definitely.
For as long as I can remember.
Yep.
But no, it's definitely on the on my bucket list at some point to get over there. But maybe next year, maybe we can have Hiker 3 on the Sunny Coast and go
be
with
included
them.
in the thing. Wouldn't that be grand?
Anyway.
Nice. So, mate, the next bit of news is also from New Zealand. It's about a brewery in New Zealand that's been asked to remove a particular beer for sale. They're not allowed to sell it. They can probably rebadge it and sell it again or whatever, but it's been told to remove its, and forgive me if I get the pronunciation incorrect here, it's Coupe beer from sale, Kupe. So the whole deal with this is the Ta'aro Brewing, they have a brewing series called Age of Discovery, where they have a whole lot of explorers and things like that, where they do different beers and have an explorer on there and have the story and whatnot about it.
Yeah.
But the problem being is that Coupe beer, that's just how I'm going to say it, unfortunately, from New Zealand, it has a lot of Maori heritage, and people of Maori descent can take offence. It's a very important thing over in New Zealand that is tightly controlled, that you're not allowed to have different beers and things named after things of descendants of Maoris and things like that. And they thought it would be okay because someone who works for them is a descendant. But the body voted no, that doesn't matter. You need to remove it from sale. So,
Okay.
Which it'd be kind of like, I guess, us putting past Aboriginal elders or stuff that weren't approved
Yeah.
on a beer label.
Yeah.
It'd be Native Indians over in Canada or whatnot.
Yeah.
Those sort of things. I think maybe there just wasn't enough due diligence done on this.
Yeah, and at least I think the blessing is, well, I got a bit of advertising out of it, but the other thing is, I think looking at the cans, they're just labels, so I can just put another label over the top, and they only did, was it 13 kegs and 1,500 cans? So
Yeah.
it's not like a massive...
No,
a
that's
massive
right.
batch, so...
But it's not the first time it happened. So it also happened in 2016, where Birkenhead Brewing Company also used images of Maori ancestors on 2 of its beer labels.
Okay.
So you've got to do your research when you do beer labels and things like that. You can't just go and put whatever you want on there. We need to remember, I suppose, that these beers do go out into the public, and just because you don't find it offensive, that it can be.
Yeah.
So.
Well, see, that's where, like, Cloudscapes, I wanted to call it Fuzzy Wuzzy.
Yep.
For the Fuzzy Wuzzy Angels on the Kokoda track.
Yep. Okay.
And then,
that's what they're known as,
yeah,
right?
that's what they were known as, but supposedly that's offensive. So
Okay. Yep.
So right. I was, because I'm going, that's not offensive. Like that's what they're called.
Because
like,
when you're over there doing the track there,
But it's so we pulled that name.
Yep.
But you just got to really be careful, really think about what you do, because in the
It's
world
a bigger
of
picture thing.
world of political correctness, it's you got to do you got to be seen doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean, because so it's now Cloudscapes instead of Fuzzy Wuzzy.
Yeah, right. So the next one, mate, unfortunately the link is behind a paywall, and I didn't bother to subscribe or anything to sign up and read it. But it's interesting because it's a new independent craft maltster out of WA, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
So Mallow Cup malt, Mallow Cup.
Yeah, I wonder how much support they got from the state government, because I know their craft beer strategy had all those sorts of things, the supplier arrangements and that type of thing. So it's good, because there's massive wheat belt over there. So
yeah, well they do a whole paddock to pint thing. I think that they brew their own beer.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at their website now. I've never been and seen a malting operation in action. Like, I know you and I both know Nate, but I've never seen his system going. Like, I understand the process. I know exactly what the process is.
Yeah.
But I've never actually seen it in action, like coming in, dumping the grains into the getting them germinated, then cutting them off, and then going through a roasting.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen all that. I reckon it would smell amazing. I love all that process-driven stuff as well. I think it'd be really cool. I just found this really interesting, because obviously down in New South Wales there's Voyager Malt, which is quite large and independent. The other big one that I know of is in New Zealand, the Gladfields. But
we've got a maltster in Brisbane too. So like
Barraburstons. Yeah, but they're quite large.
Yeah.
They're stonking. And this is a WA thing. So I would assume that this has been helped definitely by the West Australian craft beer strategy that was announced, for sure.
No, it's good, and it just reduces food miles and all
That's
those sorts of things. Yep. So having, because West Australia is far away.
It's in a world of its own over there, for sure.
Yeah.
Mate, last one, World Beer Awards. So this is held in the UK. I don't know if you heard about these awards at all.
I've heard about them.
Yeah.
So I haven't.
So there were a couple of Australian beers got up and won the title of world's best. So
For their style, or
yes,
Yep.
yeah. So Urban Alley in Melbourne won world's best in the golden ale category for their urban draft, which is, I think it's similar to their take on like a VB or something like that.
Yep.
And then the other one is Fox Hat Brewing in South Australia for their oatmeal stout,
Okay.
called Fat Mongrel. And it's not the first time that Fat Mongrel has won a world's best title. So they won world's best bidder, over 5.5% for their red pelt beer.
Okay.
So there's obviously some good beers coming out of Fox Hat. Have you had many of their beers?
Nah, never.
I've had a couple. I've got a lot of mates down in Adelaide. Every now and again they'll send me up some beers. So
Yeah. Long way to ship beer, isn't it? Like to, because it was in London.
to
or
the
something?
UK, yeah, 100%. The overall, the main trophy winners though aren't just from the UK. They're from all over the world. You've got beers from Cambodia, UK, Japan, Spain, Belgium, Ode, wherever that is, Netherlands, Germany. So you'd assume a lot of European brewers
Yep.
have entered this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how many US breweries actually enter it, or whether they just focus on World Beer
World
Cup.
Beer Cup and think it's too far to send those sort of things.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
maybe.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Got anything else, mate?
No, it's been a pretty quiet start to the week. So
Father's Day on Sunday.
Father's Day Sunday. So yeah,
It's going to be hopefully a good day. It's so hot this week.
It's very hot. Yeah. Spring is not
Spring's
even
gone, mate. Spring is gone.
haven't even finished winter, and
No.
summer's already here. So
Mate, we had I think we had the Echo winds too early. I think they were a week or two too early.
yeah,
They rolled through and it was super cold and windy.
yeah.
But yeah, I like the warmth, but it's gone ridiculously warm.
Yeah.
Obviously not normal, and it won't be like that forever. But
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it'll swing back. But yeah, no, I'm in bloody singlet at the moment.
yeah.
so
I was
it's
talking
like-
to Dan about it, and him and I wear sweaters, and he goes, "Man, it's hot, eh?" And I'm like, yeah.
But yeah, no, it's Father's Day should be good. So happy birthday,
Happy birthday.
happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Yeah.
And I hope you get spoiled. So.
And stepdads and father figures, and there's a lot of people, I think, as well, that are in that role.
Yeah,
Didn't intend to be.
no, yeah, nice.
So, yeah. Oh, well, mate, I'm going to go and have another beer, I reckon.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah. Sweet as.
Okay.
Cheers.
See you next week.
Pour it out.
Take a hike.
Or do whatever.